Hey, traders. Good to see y'all. Happy Monday. Hope you had a good one. Where, stock market didn't collapse today, which is good. And Bitcoin's just been down, but flat today because the dumping happened last night. And you got as low as 29K before we rallied to 30K. And that's it so far. I mean, doesn't look like you're at any sort of danger right now. I mean, you're sitting at that critical support, dude. Still. With no edge, by the way. No edge hanging out between 28,782 and 31K. So, I don't know. Some would argue the 3-day is starting to show, divergence. Yeah, I mean, from the low to the lower low. Yeah, maybe. But we'll see. I mean, yeah, and you had a 3-day bullish engulfing candle yesterday off of this support. So, I mean, there's hope, man. But, again, it's not like you're hitting this area for the second time with divergence. You're hitting it for the first time. So, you could rally here. But, I'd feel better about Bitcoin above 31K for real and holding above 31K instead of, hitting 31K and immediately falling to 29K within, 8 hours. So, that's where we are. We're at critical levels, right? Below 42K, there's only one real critical level for real, and it's 30K, and you're at it. So, and all these altcoins did the same thing. It's almost like the same stream. Wow, repeat. It's like a rerun of the analysis, right? So, but it's not really crypto that's the story today. It's definitely energy. Utility stocks did well. Defensive stocks in general did okay. But, tech kind of rebound too a little bit. Some, not all. Tesla down. Twitter is still wrecked. Again, I think that's back-to-back days where Twitter was the top loser. That's not easy to do. And that's just because Elon might not buy it, and we knew between that level, straight up, straight down. Okay, so, yeah, I wouldn't even call the daily showing divergence at all. But it's a rarity when you're below the 3-day 200 moving average. You almost never do that unless you're really bad conditions. So, yeah, and really when you're at these levels, you have no idea what's going on. There right now could be absorption of the remaining demand that's here, or inverse, right? There could be absorption of the supply that's here before you mark up again. Based on the way it's been going, the way the global outlook is, I would say it probably... There's more downside in time, but it might happen after a crazy face-ripping, face-melting rally, right? I mean, you hit 25K, 300, and now you're at 30K. So you're up way off those lows, but again, I am, without some sort of true edge and confirmation low, I'm a little just more sketched here. But yeah, you can't say it's not at a lower risk area to at least take a shot and have stop loss below 28,782 somewhere, but I don't know, man. I just again, it seems more. Yeah, I just it's not Bitcoin itself, right? It's not like the altcoins. It is literally the economic data that we're seeing on the traditional markets. It's the equities. That's what's the concerning part, not really Bitcoin as much. We know Bitcoin's at a critical support. Yeah. Okay, so Ethereum kind of just similar in its own way. There's a little bit more support on this one on Ethereum, 1700, but also 1900 and 2000, and you're trying to hold above 2K here, right? And yeah, of course, you could definitely rally to 2300 if the bids come in, but I just, it's hard to have much conviction now at this point, right? We're on the other side of the fence of momentum. Maybe buying climax and lower highs, now lower lows. Those are the recent events. And the daily's not showing any kind of edge right now. It's just not great or favorable conditions for swing trading longs. It's just not. Even though you're at this level, that very well could hold. So there could be some more upside, but you just don't know what's going on at these levels of congestion or inflection. All right. BNB again, wow, it rallied It almost hit the supports, and it's just down 4.6%. Have fun, man. Have fun with this volatility. Enjoy trying to trade in between these two levels here. It's whack. You're going to get chewed up, spit out, no matter which way you go, short or long, right? So nothing's changed, no edge, and whatever. Yeah, so you flip your coin, 332, 350 next. You flip your coin, it lands on the other side, 210 next. That's where we are on this. XRP, like, you know, thinking probably 32 cents still. It just, I know it's up somewhat. You can't even believe it's up like almost 40+% or something stupid. At one point it was up 30%. Now it's up 23%. It's just hard to believe that it's up that much from the bottom. But without a formal edge, man, you just got to think that 32 cents eventually, then maybe 24 if that doesn't hold. You just got to give it time, man, because like the index funds rallied on Friday and they kind of held up today. So they're almost 100% correlated. Yeah. So what was the next one? I think it's Cardano. Yeah, it's Cardano. Cardano at this level, I wouldn't touch this. I mean, it's cool, dude. Like you can take a shot. You can go to the casino. You can pull the slot machine, and yeah, you might hit, and it might rally. But this is just gambling right now. You just crashed, so, and you've just rallied. Yeah, there might be a little divergence. That would be it. You didn't even test the support, though. We know that you didn't actually. So I don't know. I would feel like there's more downside on this, but whatever. And I say that just because, like, if you have more downside, eventually you could develop an edge. You go up, you're not going to develop any edge except for bears, maybe. If you ran up to back test 99 cents again or something, which means that Cardano would double in value. But again, you're flipping a coin to see if that happens at this point. And then Sol's down 7.5%. Oh yeah, no big deal, man. Just down a cool 7.5%. That's not crazy. That's not extremely bearish, volatile conditions. Every day it's swinging that much. I mean, that's a lot. But yes, you are at the 886. You're still in the zone of support. Who knows, man? Without an edge, you flip your coin, it actually holds and gets back above 55.62 and runs to at least $80, maybe even 124. Goes up and down. But it's just hard being bullish knowing that if the NASDAQ dumps, the S&P rolls over, then Bitcoin rolls over, then Ethereum rolls, then Sol rolls over. It's like, yeah, man, it's just how it works. Yeah, so, I mean, right? You never know if, like, what's going on at this level, what's being absorbed, if it's demand or supply. But this is certainly a reactionary area where, you know, in not extremely bearish conditions, you've seen massive rallies that take you much higher, but that hasn't happened yet. As, again, we're saying you're down 7.5% today. Yikes. Okay. Doge. I guess we can switch to index funds after Doge. Down 5.3%. You know, reacted pretty well at the 1618, but without an edge. Once you break 8 cents, really, you know, you're going right back down to 6.5 cents. You break that, then you go to 4 cents, and then, you know, the downtrend continues. So, yes, there could be more upside here, but you're flipping a coin, kind of, I think, to see if that happens. All right. This will probably be short and sweet, man. This is a bear market. Stream conditions. Not good, dude. I mean, hey, dude. Congrats on, you know, having a good, like, you know, close of the week last week. And, you know, you did close indecision. Are you above support or are you below it? Above or below? I'm not waiting on y'all to answer. You are below it still. You're below 4,058. That is the swing low from May 12th and 19th. That's it. For a long time, I think. I mean, even the lighter scrub supports, like 3,700, I'm thinking more like 3,600 to 3,400. But yeah, hey, let's just say tomorrow this happens where you break above 4,058. There's always a chance you run to 42.36 because that's all you do. But liquidity drying up, man. Volatility pulled back some, but yeah, that happens on days where there's not much volatility. So when the S&P is below 4,058, you can't really be excited about Bitcoin because you know exactly what happens to Bitcoin. It follows this to a T. It's all about the levels, man. Are you above the levels? No, you're below the levels. But Bitcoin's holding a level. But the thing that dictates where Bitcoin goes right now is below the level. That's not really what you want to see. Right, Dow Jones, finished up 0.08%, so it's legally able to drive barely. This could maybe extend to 33,222 and test that because when you broke it on May 5th, you never back tested it, so market participants never gained confirmation that what was once a support is resistance. So that can happen. You can catch a rally, bear market rally, and you wouldn't even be threatening your previous highs. Remember, in order to reverse the trend, you have to take out your previous highs, and that is way too far away. That's like 35,356. That would take forever to happen. So a long time anyway. So you have to remain bearish till you start making higher highs, higher lows. So you're in a bear trend. You're below formal supports, pretty big time, and there might be a little bit more upside just because you're in areas here where there's just straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. But also you could go straight down too. Mini stocks looking like crypto JTOGs, yeah. That's right.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Okay, so Dow Jones, NASDAQ, which is big time for Bitcoin. This one has lost a lot of value. I mean, from the COVID crash low, it lost over 50% of its value, and it's down 1.2% today, and it's certainly below resistance. Okay, and I'll just mark it for you. But you know it, because we look at this every day. There, you see the zone? You see it? You see why, right? Okay, so you're below that. You're screwed until you're above that. So it's a cool story that you actually filled a literal gap, and 22% of the time, gap fills act as support. Dang, man. You got really lucky then, didn't you? On the NASDAQ. 22% chance is not good odds, right? But it happened. Off the gap fill. NASDAQ's up 5%. Let's go. But that doesn't rejoice for now until you start rolling over again anytime. Especially any time or anywhere below $12,000. If you get above $12,000, we can talk. We can be like, dang, man, that's pretty good. Maybe, just maybe, you could run up to see 13K again. Why not? Or reflexive rally, and you end up making just a substantially lower high than previous highs. You roll over again, you make lower lows, and the downtrend continues. But we are in a downtrend. Well, yes, of course, the wave down, that's a hardcore wave down. And anytime you get a nasty sell-off like that, of course you can get reflexive rallies and downtrends. It happens all the time, man. But it hasn't really happened yet, and you've certainly, even in one of those, you haven't gotten above key levels you need to get back above desperately. So that's right, dude. That's right. Come on.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $111.68. Technology 0.05500000088.
Good segue.
Technology, what is that all about? Is it good or is it whack?
Well, today it was kind of whack-ish. The good news is it got above its own 300 level and even back tested it.
What's up, Mitch? Could you check out
Alkaline Water Company? Why don't you ask Shaquille O'Neal about it? He probably knows more about it than me because, you know, he got sponsored. Thank you, dude. Yep. And thank you, Crypto Hoarder. Holy crap for the $111.68, man. Figured that would be, thought that'd be maybe the only tip today, you know, how bad things are, these markets. But thanks, dude. Wow. Hey, Rectosaurus, man. Thanks for the Shiba, $1.80 of Shiba Inu, dude. It's like $3 minimum for TTS for quality reasons. How do you donate your Luna bag? You got to convert it to Shiba Inu, I guess, dude. Yeah, I don't think you can do it on OneUpCoin. No way. Thanks. All right, so you are technically barely just above the high from October 2020, November 2020, the valley from March 2021. You're there. So if you held this, which who knows, man, God, like it's not a good trend, man. So if it held and didn't roll over tomorrow, 316, it could actually go straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up to 316 to test those levels again. You very well could, man. I'm not saying you can't, but I will say you are in a bear trend until you begin to reverse your trend where it's highs, lows, lower highs, lower lows, same highs, lower lows. You rally somewhere, you make lower highs, you roll over, you make lower lows. So cool that you held it. You're fine like a fruit fly is fine. I think you were waiting for that one. I think that's probably why you tipped it, right? Oh, also, any thoughts? Any thumbnail stuff, dude? Right? Thumbnail, anyone? Yeah, you know, they can't all be winners. I tried though. That was anyway. So if you fall below 297, you're screwed. You'll go fill 274. I think that's coming. I don't know if it's coming after 316's tested, 338, or you know, in the next couple weeks. But I think 274 is like almost imminent. That is a gap fill. Oops, what just happened? Yeah, I think that's coming. There are other gaps. Are there really? They think there's one unfilled gap at 185, but we're not going to talk about that. We would only talk about 274 as a target in time. So it's a process, man, right? Crashes are events, recessions, corrections are processes, and you're in one. So you're going to have waves up. Those waves up are going to be lower than previous levels, and you're going to roll over again, make lower lows, and it'll continue. All right, so let's look at the Russell 2000. Things are good. This edition of Technology, sponsored by Crypto Hoarder. Thank you, dude. So this one, you know, as we discussed on Friday, it held support at level. So it made sense. It made lots and lots of sense to somehow react here, but certainly not with an edge. It's a level. That's what happens at levels like this, key levels after crashing, losing so much of your value so fast. Yeah, you don't capitulate through these levels. Oftentimes you'll rally, and then market participants will realize, wow, there's just not many more bids coming in, and then the selling begins again, and you go retest it, and then maybe you bounce off of it, and then another lower, and then you absorb remaining demand before going to 1600. So it'll take some time to get through this level because just limit buys are going to be there. I mean, buyers are going to try to defend that level until they realize, dang, dude, there are not enough of us. The bears are fully in control of this market, right? Lower highs, lower lows. So that's it. Like, you know, you bounce off support, and there's always a chance, man. It's going to rely solely on the S&P breaking above 4,000 and rallying significantly for the Russell 2000 to see 926 again. And that's historically straight up, straight down. You could go straight up to 1926 if the S&P plays ball, but that's certainly not going to happen if the S&P is just going to roll over. The NASDAQ's going to roll over. This will roll over too. And this will go back to $1,700. And we break that, 1,600. You break 1,600, boom. Probably, Let's say the next 1450 and then 1300 after that. A lot of straight up, down, up stuff in between 1300 and 1700. All right. Gold kind of caught a bounce. Yeah, off an area. You know how important this area is. We talked about it. Maybe it was just yesterday.
RTR.
Hey, it's Gene. What's up, dude? Roll Tide, dude. Did you get my text, man? You didn't respond. Thanks, dude. He lives right down the road from me, mate. Picked him up from the airport yesterday. Thanks, dude.
Loving the tunes today, Mitch. As always, thanks for being here. $DPLS still awaiting Type 2 return confirmation on the daily.
Oh, we'll look at it, Mark. Thanks, dude. And I don't know if there's a ticker RTR. I know what that means, though. Okay, so 1793. Wow, it's an inflection point from November 2011, March 2012, October 2012. What happened? You tested it and then rallied because there were limit buys there. It doesn't mean you're screwed or not. It just means that's what happens, man. Okay, so nice bounce, but still below the 200-day moving average. You're still technically making higher lows like a fruit fly. And really hard for me to be like there's some sort of significant edge here. So just pay attention to 1793. I think if you do break above this little 1833 area, you could be headed up to 1897. A lot of straight down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you could go straight up again. So gold, like on the cusp of not looking very good anymore because it looks like it's maybe topping out, is still holding an area. So I wouldn't say alligator blood yet until it really, really holds and starts bouncing for real. So that was a nice start, but you got a lot of work to do. 1793, that's the cutoff, man. That is big time the cutoff on gold, dude. I mean, below that, you're probably going to 1678, but probably 1500. And it's almost impossible to believe, you know?
Bullish on Sauron.
That's right, bullish on Sauron. Well, we'll see, you know. I think there are better ones out there than this. This is a huge market cap asset. So it's going to take, on the way up and down, it's going to take so much selling or buying to move this thing. So I think tech stocks that have the Eye of Sauron, the Tower of Berador structure, it'll be easier for them to paint the right side of the tower. But yeah, for now, I guess you're safe until you break 1793. Pay attention to that area, man. All right. Yeah, look at a little silver. I'm thinking in time. Yeah, you caught some bids at $20, right? $20. Still, it's a high. It's a candle high back from 08, April 2008. Another level 2016. You bounced and you went straight up to the next level, 2168. And I think though eventually in time. Sorry, it's starting to get a little busy here on this chart. Yeah, you're gonna rally. You're gonna ping pong between these levels. Eventually, I think you'll make a lower high than previous highs, and you'll roll over, and you'll probably see much lower levels. You'll see down here at like 1870 in time. I think we've already we've topped out, and now we're making significantly lower highs than the previous highs. You're below the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is down sloping. It's not up sloping. It's down sloping. Yeah, it's like just indicator. There's no edge. There's nothing implying a major reversal's coming on the daily or anything. So just gotta be cautious here too, man. Yeah, I mean, I know, I get it, but energy though, so we can already shift gears because I'm getting tired of these trash-looking charts. Remember that one time way back when everything looked good and didn't look terrible? I remember, man. Those were the good old days. And I remember specifically saying, chat, we are living in the good old days right now. Back then. And here we are, like a time machine. It's like, remember the good old days? I remember saying that in the middle of it. All right, here's your U.S. oil member. Classic accumulation structure. Potential 3 rising valleys. Confirmed now. Confirmed 3 rising valleys. And testing 114.87, which is not a joke. It's a huge deal. It's the last level of resistance back from April 2011 before No liquidity. I mean, like, there's just going to be a low, the order book's going to be very thin. It's like straight up, straight down. That's all you got. You went nuts to 129 very fast, buying climax, right before pulling back some for months. But now, too many higher lows, man. Too much accumulation, reaccumulation going on. So, like, unfortunately, because this is, like, terrible, like, when you have elevated energy costs or prices for an extended amount of time, that kills an economy. So the one chart we want to collapse, just reaccumulating, getting ready to break a resistance, and once you break it, do minimum 125 to 129, but probably in time, you won't even believe it today, but in time, 147.20 to retest all-time highs from, again, 2008. Go buy the fireworks, man. Sauron versus Taylor. Taylor doesn't stand a chance, dude. Okay, so U.S. oil killed it. How about natural gas? Oh, it's beautiful, dude. The hidden bullish divergence. This is a great way to identify a trend, right? When you have a bearish edge, and then the next thing that happens is a bullish edge develops, which it did. Classic bearish divergence on a higher high with a bearish engulfing candle. You followed through, really nice. But then bids came in like crazy, big hammer, and then more hidden bullish divergence developed after the classic bearish divergence, implying a continuation upward. You're doing it, man. I mean, you're probably going to 880, but eventually 980. You could be. I mean, dude, this thing's going insane. Like, again, above 763. Thin order book, right? What's your price action? Straight up, straight down, up, down, up, down. Oh my God, that's all you do almost, right? It could end at $9. Probably you would say conservatively first target's $9, but then $9.80, $10. If you ever break $10, forget about it. You know, minimum $11.90, $13.67, all-time high $15.70 something. And that was in December of 2005. My God, if we're getting to those levels, and maybe we could. I mean, maybe that will happen. I don't even know what's going to happen to this world. It's already too insane for me. So yeah, energy, killing it, booming, acting like a technology stock, right? Subquiznos, Janitor Association.
Could we review Biogen now that we have some more data? Thank you.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. We will add to the list. Thank you for the BIIB request. Just keep going, man. Natural gas above 763. Boom. But, dude, it's like commodities. I'm in it for not the technology. I'm in it for the commodities, where orange juice pumping, dude, up 5%. Orange juice, Moon Boys, rejoice. Maybe a confirmation low that the bottom's in before we run to 190 again, and then 204, and then maybe all-time highs at 227 above that. Never forget the classic accumulation structure. It's beautiful. Really is. So above 168, super bullish, because the trend's your friend, but you're above inflection points, and you just confirmed it that the bottom maybe is in. Okay, nice. So maybe 191 next on this one. Any notable other? Yeah, cotton up 3.75%. Dude, this thing is such a beast. Remember though, this is why maybe, you know, owning cotton futures might be better than owning an S coin, because people don't want to own speculative S coins that don't do anything to help anyone. People want to wear clothes though, right? I mean, you're at the gap fill again soon. 152.26. You break that, there's another gap at 195, and I in these market conditions, it wouldn't surprise me anymore. Would it surprise you, really, to see all these commodities go to all-time highs? It can't surprise you. 219, 220. Wow. Dude, you're at 150 right now, and all-time highs, you just heard me, is at $220. Wow, lumber futures actually up 2.25% today. But this one's been screwed, right? It confirmed it was the buying climax in May 2021, and then we had a big rally and confirmed distribution, and now you've been rolling over. You're below 819, 820. The target's 650, 623. Yeah, this'll keep selling off just because those interest rates going up. You'd think it's going to curb demand, even though like people need homes and stuff. Just still, the market conditions are just not as good. Oh boy, rice futures up 2.62%. This is what happens. God, dang it.
See what happens, Larry?
When you break above $16, what happens? Most likely you go insane because the order book. There's just no price action historically besides kind of straight up, straight down. You're headed to that first level at 1850. You break 1850, 20 bucks. You break 20 bucks, 25 bucks, man. This is freaking rice futures. More classic accumulation playing out like crazy, dude. I hate it. Unfortunately, bullish on famine. Yeah, and you can't even believe it. It's soybean futures. I mean, we thought maybe a rally could happen here, but God, dude, are you kidding me? It's like so much bearish divergence, and then what happens? The bullish indicator develops right after. Buyers exhausted. Just kidding. Sellers exhausted. Trend is your friend. So what's going to perform better? The bullish or the bearish? Well, the trend's bullish, so that means the bullish indicators perform better. So you've rallied and you've gotten right back above a key level from 2008. Right here, July 2008, that high, you're above it, man. You never spend time up here. I just can't even, it's unreal. Yeah. People are going to starve, dude, based on these charts. How about wheat up 6%? Dude, how about that, man? More.
See what happens, Larry?
Momo shifted, and it's gapped up again, 6% up, and headed towards, I mean, probably 1320 for an 886, but then 1350 after that. And if you ever break that, there is an all-time high that you already made in February, right? But like that's the area. That's what you react. You broke all-time highs earlier this year, and then immediately that day, gapping up, rejected it and fell below it. But now you're back on the ascent to go retest that level from, of course, go figure, 2008. We're not in a recession, dude. Everything's cool. Everything's fine. Kappa. Everything's not fine. Yeah, wheat's nuts, dude. Wheat Moon Boys, rejoice. Wheat in the chat. Wheat in the chat. 20 minutes till your daily candle closed. You're joining the live stream. Hit the like button, bell, sub. Thanks for being here. Oh my God, dude, all day, we look at these these charts, man. These commodities. 1856. What was it? It's a real level. Somewhat real. It held it. It's like, oh, you confirmed the top. It's over. It's over for bulls. But then a higher low sets in, and then maybe more divergence, and now you're just rallying. What in the world kind of structure is that? Look at this Japanese candlestick today. One random lone bullish hammer psycho candle. Tell me when you ever see that. You never see that. Weird price action. So yeah, above I think 20 bucks would be your target. That's what you've been testing.
Matt Curran tipped $21.44. Look at Hex getting wrecked. 0.07 cent incoming. What a surprise, RH documentary comes up on my YouTube suggestion page while it dumps slow. 0.010600000 ETH.
Well, you saw how fast my tune changed on that one when it no longer was showing accumulation anymore locally. That's how fast you have to adapt to the price action that's presenting new data to you, right? Yeah, we can go to that right now. Wait, we have a couple more? No, there's a little line. We gotta, but yeah, I'll be happy to look at it. It's down 22% or maybe more. I don't know right now. Yeah, it's at that support, and there's 45% downside if the support doesn't hold. And I'm figuring it might not now, because based on the, again, new data, the structure, the right angled and ascending, broadening formation, bearish continuation pattern has completely matured. And breakdown could be very soon. You're at critical areas. Not looking good, man. All right. Sorry, dude. But hey, helium's up 60% today. Let's go. How about those hogs? How about those wilds? Lean hog futures, man. So strong, right? I mean, beautiful bear shark pattern. Perfect. Sells off and just fills a gap, and that's it. And now you're up 3% today. Good luck. Get your bacon while you can, before you can't afford it anymore. That's what this chart is, pretty much bacon. You know, baby back ribs. Okay, what's the Applebee's chart look like, Chad? Okay, I mean, bullish 5-0. I was thinking you probably go to 93.42 for the bullish 5-0 pattern. But you're so strong for now that you are pivoting at a 38% retrace, not a 50%. That's ridiculous. A bullish 3820 something. All right, let's start these requests. I guess we've gone across the markets, man. All right, somewhat, most what. All right, first one. It's a dead asset pretty much. Alkaline water company. Oh my god. It's funny, man. I remember like some hater came in. It's like this was a trade setup posted like in May of 2021, and look what it did. And then like dude comes in like after like profit taking levels get hit, you know, it's kind of like the trade like kind of completes. Comes back like, dude, what about that water call? It's like, look what it did, and you had all this time too. It took, my God, it took 89 days for the trade to play out, and then it's like. Hits resistance and then collapses, and look at it now. Yeah, fresh all-time lows pretty much. Sitting at a support. This is a fruit fly. I mean, isn't it? Right there. It even rallied to back test that level that was once a support as resistance, and then dump. And yes, there was certainly hidden bearish divergence right there, right? High and lower high with the higher levels. That was perfect. So what is there to look at besides it's at 40 cents? That means it could lose another 40% or 40 cents of its value, right? 40. So it's there, but is there an edge? Certainly no edge. Look at that. It's like bearish convergence, probably the most oversold it's ever been. It was. It did. It did get to the most oversold ever. 15 on the RSI. Last time we had seen something like that was December 2014. So I don't know really what to tell you. It's awful, and maybe it's like Bitcoin's at 30K, right? Well, alkaline water companies at 40 cents. Without really anything else, it's kind of like you think maybe it could hold. But at the same time, I'm not really that interested in it. The market conditions are terrible for fresh longs. I mean, whatever. Yeah, no, I might. Bitcoin below 31K. I don't really, you know, it was above 31K yesterday for like 3 hours maybe, and immediately rejected on the new day when futures opened again. I just can't. It's hard to trust this stuff, man.
Investing in myself, Mitch. Reading trading in the zone and studied harmonics all weekend. Successful Gartley today with 2x. Thanks for all you do.
Cheers, Dan Kang. Thanks for the 7s, dude. And appreciate you investing yourself, where that's like the emphasis here, right? It's like you gotta study this stuff. It's another language. I mean, the things that I've talked about in here, like I've been like looking at these things. It's just like something, I don't know. I love the art of it. I love that it's its own world. It's like this very, very small sliver of the world of finance. Nothing else in finance really gets me going, like traditional technical analysis, and it just takes a long time to learn all the terminology and how to identify it and stuff like that. But I love it, man. I don't know. And you know, maybe you don't love it, but like, I think you should try to find in your life something that gives you passion. Like I get really passionate about this stuff, right? And if you're not, you find the thing in life that makes you as passionate as I get about TA, I guess, right? All right, so there's your water. Screwed, but at supports. Maybe it holds, dude. Maybe third time's a charm. Good luck. I'm not really interested. But yeah, you could try to take a shot. And then what will your stop loss be? My God. And be careful. I mean, it's like, what happens if it just gaps down below your stop loss on a bad, brutal day on the index funds? Well, stop loss at 39 cents. Because why would you want anything to do with this asset below 40 cents? You wouldn't. And then get stop punted. Oh my God. Oh, by the way, here's totals. I forgot. I didn't even look at totals. Oh my God. Sorry.
I like turtles.
Clearly at a level inflection. We knew if you can't hold 1.77 trillion, then the target is 1.3 trillion to 1.2 trillion. And what happened? It went there. It exceeded it. But, you know, where traders settled up, you have held it. You're still holding it for now, but that's it.
BTC bulls
Barely.
may take a look at Hut 8 mining if you dabble in stonks. It's way down to like $2.50 RT now. I've seen $12 to 16 when BTC doing things.
Yeah, Rabbit, Wino, we know. Thanks for the 5 super chat. Could somebody talk to him? Thank you, dude. I appreciate the contribution. Total man, you're at, like, Bitcoin's at 30K, like Ethereum's at 3K, whatever, or 20. What was it? Not 3K. My God, it's at 2K. It was at 3K. I don't know, like 2-3 weeks ago. This is at a very critical level where if you do not hold this level, you could be in a lot of trouble. You know, I mean, there might be a little bit more support here on total from January 2021. Way more, I think, than Bitcoin. And it's because Bitcoin went straight up while all the altcoins like crapped around, farted around. The Bitcoin dominance chart was going insane. Bitcoin was outperforming everything. So that's why I think you have more consolidation here. It's not much, though. You know, I think it could be a long way down if you don't hold where you are now. All right. At the same time, if you held it, there's always a chance, man. You could go straight up again. That's if you hold it. But there's not. I just don't think 3 days like that are really. It's not very big of a deal. That's not like, whoa, man, insane volume came in, dude. That's crazy. The bottom's in. I'm just not really buying it yet. Okay, the trend is not your friend on the index funds. Therefore, I can't really be excited about Bitcoin, even though it's at a critical level. I get it, man. Wow, dude, it's kind of crazy. Kind of freaking crazy, dude. Dark pulse over the counter. I mean, kind of, maybe hitting the 886 for the second time. Yeah, it's there, dude. It's literally there, and it's trying to react, isn't it? Definitely trying to react a little bit. Maybe it is. What is this? Advertising, marketing, services. Highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower lows, same low. The trend, I mean, let's go, crypto order, man. That's right, it does.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $105.10. Life comes at you fast. 0.052000000 ETH.
It does, man. It does. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole, oh, Ethereum 3K, now it's 2K. Wow. That was quick. But it was at 3K for so long, right? God. Thank you, dude. So I'm just kind of like a little torn because I don't know. How do I trust? What do I trust with this low liquidity, low volume stuff before? Is it really? It's in between a major inflection zone, right? I mean, the strongest harmonics are where the pattern completion zone just happens to line up with some sort of really strong support from history. I mean, you can say that in 2004 and 2005 and even 2015, it's reacting there, I guess, right? But could you tell me what the advertising, marketing, services sector's doing? Is it bullish? I don't know. Probably not. We know the macro is bearish, very bearish, and we know that probably the marketing services industry's sector is bearish. The individual asset is showing a beautiful harmonic right now, and maybe a type 2 return, but it is in the midst of a downtrend, for, or at least since it made a lower high dead cat bounce in August of 2021, right? Because it's like the buying climax, then the sell-off, then the lower high, then the same low, then the lower high, then the lower low, then the lower high, then the same low, technically slightly lower. So, yeah, I mean, one could try to take a shot here if they wanted. I just don't like the market conditions for like fresh swing trade longs, because it rallies and then just makes another lower high and rolls over again, and then like, in a couple weeks it's making lower lows. So it's there. It is literally at the PCZ though. That's cool. Infrastructure sensing company. I don't know. That's probably not good for, it's up 12% today. Nice. But like, it's not good when you have interest rates rising, right? It probably is negatively affected by that, but yeah. Right. People are going to be less than incentivized to have their infrastructure sensed or something, right? But yeah, nice request, Mark, because of that. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all on the 886 being tested for a second time. That's great, dude. Biogen. You said since we have more data, the more data we have is you are still below 206. And below 206 is death. This is like massive, maybe massive Wyckoff distribution going on. Hey, if you if you get above 206, you're springing. Like you were springing March 23rd. What'd you do? After you broke a critical support of 222 February 7th, you broke down, and the market participants needed to make sure that that key level that was a resistance for the first time ever in June 2013, support February 2016, and support a bunch of other times in 2019, and then look, support again November 2020. Market participants had to make sure that was a real resistance. They confirmed it, and what happened? You didn't break it. You rolled over and made the lowest effing low you had seen since August 2013. That's not bullish price action. But here's the thing. Let's say you get above 206, 222, and you start back testing them as support. Might start talking a little bit more. Might start being a little bit more optimistic. But what if you're below 206? You cannot be bullish. No way, dude. Above it, maybe there's stuff to talk about. But right, you said there's more data, and it's not good data. Like, yeah, there's some nice divergence on the RSI. Well, I'll be okay. I'm not gonna like long something because there's bullish divergence on the RSI, but you're below a key level where you could wake up tomorrow and just collapse. You're in crash zone levels pretty much here. Go to the weekly. The weekly, dude. I mean, it's just like, I look at this chart, I'm like, oh my God. A full reset could be coming. Scott Carney's bad action magnet move was breached. You're below it right now. That was July of 2016. I mean, dude, a full reset, 886, that's probably close to $70. You're at $200 now. By the way, this company does not make money, and it's biotech. Just say it. Sorry, dude. Music stopped. Okay, that's your BIIB. Sorry, dude. I'm not trying to be negative or mean or make you feel bad. We're looking at key levels. They exist, and we're below them, and that sucks, dude, right? It's not really a good Sauron. Yeah, it's not a very good Sauron. The best Sauron in the world right now, potential Sauron, is TSM. Where is it, man? Where's the eye? There it is. Beautiful. Well, yeah, you can't say there's not bullish divergence. Yeah, you rally somewhere and you roll over again eventually. But yeah, this one, right, how it's like you peaked like that. There's too much choppiness, too many peaks that screw with the eye on BIIB. So this is way better. Specimen. NFT at $60 if it ever happens. But yeah, this thing's down 0.6% today, and it's down 0.4% after hours. Again, remember, like, NASDAQ's not looking great, even though you had a decent couple days in a row. NASDAQ dumps this dumps. That's it. All right, Hex was next. It was down 20%, 22%. Now it's only down 17. Yeah, in a lot of trouble here. Like the fact that you're not showing accumulation at all, and a bearish engulfing candle roughly will be painted in 3 minutes. I don't have near the levels of confidence I had, right? I mean, you're back inside the downtrend. You are probably what's going on. You're absorbing the remaining demand. The remaining demand is being absorbed at 11 cents. And once that demand is completely absorbed, there will be no more bids until probably 7 cents. Right? Dude, I don't look at this like it was okay until you stopped showing local higher lows. Because you get really bullish pattern setups if you make a third consecutive higher low. You didn't do that though, did you? No. And on a relatively mild day, I know it sucks for Bitcoin down 4.62%. Isn't Hex supposed to not care? Well, it certainly does, because it just got wrecked. It was at 14 cents at the beginning of the day, and at its low point saw 10 cents. Right, so the swing, I mean, just from the high today to the low point, what? A 28 or 29 to 30% swing from the high to low. That's awful. That's not good. And again, you just keep testing this level. The support gets weaker and weaker, and eventually you break it, and you see the next technical support, which again, I think is like 7 cents, which takes you all the way back to May 15th of last year. So yeah, that's how fast. That's what happens when you get new data presented to you. That's it. Not to mention Scott Carney's bearish Gartley he identified, I think, right up there. Sorry. You know what it is though, man. If like, I'll be optimistic when it's showing me something, but when things change with data, don't like it anymore. Less confident. Right, what? It was breaking the resistance. It was, Bitcoin stocks were getting wrecked and Hex was doing fine. And okay, then it sells off with stocks and Bitcoin collapsing. And then maybe it's going to make a higher low, and it doesn't. It doesn't. It's the same low again. For a third time. And after highs, the highest high, right? That's just like market participants really trying and failing. And now demand being absorbed. Anyway, there's your Hex, Matt. Sorry, dude. All right, we got less than a minute. We're only 8, so oh my god. Here it is. You will be closing below 30. Wow, it is going to be technically confirmed. Bearish engulfing candle of some sort. Not a crazy bad one where you close at session lows or anything, but it will be bearishly engulfing, completely covering the previous candle. Good news, at least it's not going to be some sort of whacked out looking falling 3 methods bearish continuation, at least. But yikes, it's still, I don't like Bitcoin below 31K really. I hate Bitcoin below 42K, 40K. I hate Bitcoin below those levels because what can happen, because history tells us what can happen. So I'm just sitting here like, wow, dude. You had 72 hours, and that's all the bulls gave you. That was it. So Jesus chimes for the new day that has just been created. There it is. Been live for 1 hour. If you're enjoying it, like button, bell, sub stuff. Let's go to. How's Dash down 7% already? What is going on? No way. Nah, I just. Okay, we're good now. It's weird. Still says it's down 7%. I don't believe it. Dash is at a key level too. Like really critical support. So holy crap. So what is it? What happened, chat? Bearish engulfing on Bitcoin. You go up test 30K. No problem. Today. Before testing and failing and dumping. Very choppy, lots and lots of volatility. The swings are so brutal. In total, yep. Total technically engulfed 2, engulfed the previous candle, and that is it. But still above 1.2 trillion, which is, you know, it's like a wick low from May, June, and July. At least you're above that. Brad, you know he's kidding, right? Because it's like the island boy joke. And I think it's implying, like, you know, derp. Bruh, I was at Quaglino's, Phil. I went with a lot of members of this community. Quaglino's. Incredible ribeye steak. Oh my god, it was very good. Not the tartar, though. If he was spamming, okay, but not if he's not spamming. Anyway, so yeah, dude, that's what else can I even do, man? Like, we looked across these markets, and we can look at Twitter. They got devastated today for reasons. This is what happens when, like, someone who's awesome might not be buying the company. You might be in a lot of trouble here, dude, on Twitter. Lots and lots of trouble on Twitter. Wait, so it's still a 100% certainty. If Twitter ever got back above $39, it would go, based on history, up to $46 again. Like, I mean, of course, it's like probabilities, but literally on this chart, it's like 100% certainty it would go up. But now it's below the $39 area, which you better be careful, man. Better be careful on Twitter, right? Look at these lows from 2014, a peak from 2015, support from 2018. Look at this, 2019, multiple times. Look at that. That's where you're headed, probably. You're probably headed to 29.54 for a fresh low of this entire sell-off. So, bear market, your bullish pattern played out. But as this was before we collapsed, we compared this to SNX. It did the exact same thing on a crypto market to that 200 moving average. Third time, wrecked. So this is not good. Being below this level is not good at all. You could very well see yourself at 29.54. So that means from where you are now, downside potential could still be another 20-21%. If Elon doesn't buy Twitter, it's going there, dude. You know, like, it's gonna happen. So anyway, Twitter, and then it was wrecked, and then this one, Signature Bank, that I love because it was so perfect. It was such a specimen. It got destroyed today, down 7%, second worst loser on the S&P 500. I think it's going, down to 163. Why would it not go to 163, dude? It probably will. It's not much further to go, but no support. But that was just gorgeous, dude. That's like put on your refrigerator. Hey, what's a Head and Shoulders, man? You just go to the Signature Bank chart to explain it, right? It even turned into kind of like a 3 falling peaks on this one last attempt right here at 328. But then, on the other side of the fence, you got energy stocks that are just going absolutely insane, man. Like Occidental Petroleum, highest price since April 2019, so technically multi-year highs. But after, look, what did it do? It back tested 52.22, a level, a peak from 2006, and multiple times. It was resistance. It has now recently become support. And after confirming, that's what you do. That's what market participants do. They confirm support. Then a lot more bids come in aggressively, and you run to the next levels. And my God, where could you go here? It's all over the place. Really, sometimes you don't. Like, that's a peak, 2010, 12, and then 18. That's where you could be headed. God, dude, it's ridiculous. Melting up. But a beautiful, beautiful broadening top pattern with a partial decline confirmed in January. but also back testing a spring that takes you, where was it?
SPXU/
Takes you back to
How
right
did
here,
these work?
1968. You back tested 1968 peak as support, and then you've mooned since then. Yeah, you got to go all the way back to when Alabama had its first dynasty football program. What's up, brothers? SPXU. That's down, and that's short. It's like an ETF that is short. It's a contract that's short on the index funds. Yeah, ultra short S&P 500. Is there any leverage on this one? It doesn't say there's leverage. There could be, but how do they work? They're just inverse correlated. So it makes it to where you don't technically have to short. It means you could long something. Meaning, like, you know, if you're in any sort of tax deferred, tax saving account like an SCP or a 401k or an IRA, they don't allow like options and stuff. But like, if you're in those, you can buy these. And like, you know, this maybe isn't the best example because it's not levered. But like, if you wanted to leverage in a retirement account that doesn't offer options, you can buy one of these type of things, right? One of these type of derivatives, right? It's literally the inverse chart of the S&P. That's all it is. So you flip the chart over. Wow, I'm looking at the S&P 500 right now. That's kind of it. Yeah. So that's how it works. Just makes it to where you can go long on something while you're short on something. That makes sense. I saw a lot of the lunar eclipse when the effing clouds came, so I didn't get to see when it actually became like a blood moon. I got a pretty good shot of it, like with my binoculars too, on my Instagram. Yeah, it's like a hedge. Like you would hedge. Like, oh, hey, I think the market's going down. Okay, well, one could own one of these, and it just literally shorts the market while you're long on something. But there's normally decay on these, so they're not good for long-term holds. Yikes, dude. All right, got to look at something else that happened. Very, very bullish chart. NRG, Energy Incorporated, electric utilities company, making a massive breakout today. 4.2% up.
Is that a joint?
It's a confirmed breakout, a re-breakout. You know, you've tried, but every time you try and you fail, more buyers than there was before on the lows. So accumulation for now. So Grant, yeah, dude, we'll look at Pinterest Connect. Oh man, recession. I can't wait to own Pinterest, dude. Yeah, dude. So thank you. So 4609, but if you break that, so you see what I'm saying? Where it is, like 2007 and 08. That's it. That's like your old all-time highs. Timeless resistance. This is exactly where you are again. Absorbing potentially remaining supply before all supply is absorbed, and huge break to the upside. Very bullish looking chart. It's like crazy good for now until it reverses again, like it almost always does here. But if it breaks this time, price discovery. Okay. Oh, is there a new link? I didn't see a new link. The other one expired, I think. Maybe I'm wrong here. I think that happened today. Is this still active? And of course, Halliburton is incredible, dude. It's incredible. You know, it's not at its highest highs, but and it's just in this uptrend. It's pivoting and it's starting to run again. It's up 4%, one of the top gainers on the day. You just go through all these different energy stocks, man. Same thing. Same thing. Like if you want to see the actual ETF of it, it's unreal. So good. Let's look at it real quick. XLE. There it is. Fresh multi-year highs. Highest price you've seen. You actually, highest price you saw since technically November of 2014. Today. Wonderful. Wow, look at this, like pretty much abandoned baby reversal. Close to it anyway. Wow. Oh yeah, you got a new one? Alright. Whoops, that's not it. There you go. At least there's hype in the chat from our spamming the Discord link. So only we can get hype these days. Okay, yeah, so that's like what's going on with energy. Going insane. So just shifting to IP, which IP is a really interesting chart. Like, it actually looks really good. It's just flirting with this $44, $45 area. And I get it. It's below the 200-day moving average. It's made a lower high than the previous high. I guess like a big old bearish shark. But it's hanging on, and you're out below 44. But this thing's just sitting at 48 bucks, 47.89, and trying to break out. And it could go up to $57 if this is real. A real breakout and a bullish back test. Spring back test already, April 8th. So we'll see. And also another one that actually looks pretty good is Fizz, you know. And it really did take off. It took off past couple days, right? It's like, what? There are not many assets out there that look like this. They're just not. I'm scanning through all these all day, and it's just like everything looks like death or an insanely parabolic, crazy uptrend on the energy assets, right? And then there are a few handful that are just like, my God, they actually look kind of okay, but hard to trust in these market conditions. But this is such a major level, $43 to $45. And let's see if it keeps going. And it could go all the way up to $55, $57. You can't believe I streamed from the shard? Why not? Why can you not believe that, dude? Stay there for a freaking week, man. Spoil. Never. When I go back to London, which I will go back.
Hi, man.
I'll be staying there always.
Check out NTRA. I am not saying too long here, but interesting price action.
What's up, J-Talks? Thanks, dude. Sure. Sure thing, man. Natera. Sorry. Yeah, certainly an interesting level, right? Where it's a peak from 2018. This is certainly a market collapsed. It's an 88% retrace from the COVID crash low. Yeah, big time. It's not technically a harmonic because it's too perfect on the top, right? Look what happened when you broke $83. This is what I'm saying about like the index funds. Just another example. It's like when you break 83.34, what happened? Pretty much straight line down to any formal levels of support resistance, right? That's where we are on index funds. Like they're kind of already breached the critical levels. And yeah, you might get lucky and catch some more reflexive rally stuff before rolling over. But, you know, when you break levels like that, you better be real careful because there's so much more downside. And now you're finally hitting levels that are a little bit more reasonable, for sure. We have like a demand line or something that goes back to 2018, maybe? Let's see here. Look at that. That is a pretty interesting level, isn't it? Dang, man. How about that? Right? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The demand line confluent and right around that peak from 2018. Right? And then you, again, we don't have to draw the harmonic, but from the low to the high, 88% retrace. So yeah, I mean, you are not off base at all. It is an extremely interesting looking chart based on all that stuff. I can't argue with that, man. Absolutely. And I'll just paint the gray zone, the inflection zone for you. Certainly lower risk. You know, it's not like you're buying at $83, you know. You're buying at a full-on reset with a bunch of supports down here. Yep. But it doesn't make any money, and that's tough in a recession.
Hope you got a chance to hit up Flight Club in London.
Oh, I did. Multiple nights. Chap, multiple nights. I want to like open a Flight Club in Texas because I loved it so much, dude. I'm like, why? Like, they're in America, but like, I want to open one in Texas, dude, for sure. Crypto Hoarder, let's do it, dude. All right, let's move to Texas, open a Flight Club, and live out our days as kings. That'll be our watering hole, all right? So, yeah, I mean, good man. You know, this holds. It's trying to show divergence. Yeah, this could rally here. I mean, a gap fill target, maybe 53.24, but you got to break $40 first. Yeah, it's not bad. Maybe a scalper, right, down there. That's a great freaking chart, man. Technicals, great. Fundamentals, probably terrible in a recession when you don't make money as an asset, right? And you're completely beholden. Well, it's nursing services. I don't know if it's biotech. Biotech's like all dependent on the FDA approval. I don't know if this one's going to be that heavily tied to it. So, nope. The only thing I would ever open is a Flight Club. That's it. Flight Club or nothing in terms of that world. Yep. Pinterest though. Sorry, Grant. Let's go to it. Pin 15 club. Let's go. Oh my god, dude. So bad. Like literally awful. This thing collapsed. Bullish bat? Sure. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Something like that if you wanted. Right at that 886. There's a formal support somewhat from December 2019. You're below other formal supports though, unfortunately, from, you know, inception 2019. So yeah, you're there. Pinterest doesn't make any money though. Not good in these market conditions. A recession, when the money printer is not on, it's really tough. But yes, these are like lower end of risk spectrum, certainly. You want to go dumpster diving for assets that don't make money in a recession? PINS. PIN could be the one, man. And I don't know, right? It could reverse here. But it's not even really reacted too much, has it? It hasn't done anything. I mean, Scott Carney talks about reactions being like legit minimum a 236 or a 382, but you haven't even come close to that. You can't even break 2353. You just the last thing you do is like back tested 2353 as resistance for selling off again. So I'm just saying, like, you are there. Absolutely. Think about Flight Club. This is the way I explain it. Flight Club is like Top Golf, but for darts. That's it. That's literally it. This is dumpster diving. What do you? Of course. Again, a company that's online that doesn't turn a profit, right? It has negative price to earnings in a recession. This is dumpster diving, right? Yeah. I guess that's it, man. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Is that the last one, I think? Yep, it is. Oh, yeah, that was it. Yeah. So, again, Bitcoin's trying to break, trying to hold.
Etymology. Hope you good. RRC on NYSE, please.
What's up, G-Dog? Good to see you, bro. RRC. Etymology, mate. Yeah, we'll look at it right now. You saved it. You saved the stream, dude. I was about to end. Hi in the chat for G-Dog. Range Resources Corporation. Okay. I don't know when I was here, but I was here, and you know, it broke. It was legging up. It was starting to go parabolic. It's still looking good. It looks like a lot of other ones. Sorry, let me change these colors. That's what it's doing. It's testing V peak from October 2021 as resistance. Anyways, it's definitely trying to show hidden bullish divergence. It's kind of tough because it's like there's so much negative momentum still that can you say it's diverging? You're pretty solid right here. Above $24, you're in great shape, right? $24. Look, man. Okay, so there's that tricky $30 area. Once you break $30, that's when you go to moon soon, $47. But that's what you did. You up thrusted. So if you held, God, dude, you can have a tight stop below $26, $25.70, or you could have a stop below, my God, you could go all the way down to like $22 and still be extremely bullish. So this thing's just going parabolic right now and holding resistance as support. And if this is real and it breaks above 30 again, you could be, again, going to $47. Price action is nuts, right? Like almost straight up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So if you break it again, why not up? That could happen. But yeah, it's in a very nice uptrend right now, trying to hold supports. And it could sell off much more and still be extremely bullish. This is a really nice asset. Oil and gas production. Wow, I'm so surprised. Look at my face. So surprised. Oh, there's a flight club in Houston. Dang it! All right, I gotta do it in Dallas then. Yeah, recessions suck, dude. I know. Like they're like hangovers from the crazy party we just had for 2 freaking years. It was really almost more like a 14-year party, the business cycle we were in. So I don't know, man. Get above 30, you get a 31. You clearly see how up and down it gets in that $1,000 area. It's up, down, 30K, up 31, up 31, 30. Back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, you did technically bearishly engulf on the day, but you're not dead yet, I guess. So all right, so thanks for everyone coming out. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Thanks, Crypto Hoarder, for the 216.78. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.